Visage is used at more than 300 golf courses worldwide and has positively impacted many facilities in your area. The Visage Mobile Golf Information System has countless features to make your golf course run smoothly for not only you, but especially your golfers. Don't ask what you can do for Visage, but what Visage can do for you.
I've looked at GPS systems for like the last 5 or 6 seasons and really wasn't that convinced that it was going to do things for me. We knew it was going to do some good things for our customer, but what I found with the Visage system and was most impressed by is the management capabilities that it gives us. We know where everyone is on the golf course. We do a lot of shotgun starts. Timing how those shotguns finish along with having a dinner afterwards is very important.
A great way of doing it is a brand new golf course with the Visage system. It's a real upscale system, and everyone that comes off the golf course really loves it. I think it's speeded up our play. It definitely is easier to monitor the golfers out there.
The Visage system helps us control our traffic and our pace of play. Those of you that are golfers, you understand that you want to get out on the golf course and you want to play. In today's day and age, everyone seems like they're in a hurry. Pace of play is important to golfers that want to come in, play their round, and get going. We believe that the Visage system helps us with that situation by allowing us to monitor where players are on the course, and we can start to tell when they are getting out of position on the golf course.
At the beginning of the season, we transitioned from caddies to the Visage system on both of our golf courses. Mystic Rock was a caddies only facility, and we made the change for multiple reasons, cost being a very important factor in that. Also, overall customer service and support that we give our customers here playing Mystics.
The Visage systems also helped our superintendent. He's able to monitor where the golf carts are, where he can send his men to do certain tasks.
Also, my golf course superintendent, who has it downloaded on his computer, he uses it for his watering crews. We're doing some hot days like today. We're trying to find some empty spots out there to do some hand watering on greens. He knows right where he can go without having to ride around. So when he's in his shop, he can call on the radio and tell someone to go to the third green because there's no one coming that way for the next 20 or 30 minutes.
It also allows our maintenance crew to move around the golf course in a more timely manner because they do not have to remove ropes, put them back up when they're done cutting the grass. So that allows our superintendent to use his people and his time more wisely. The Visage system helps us out a lot with being able to cut back on our maintenance times around the golf course.
On the operations side, being able to manage the maintenance of them and watch battery status, it allows us to be able to have a club car and Visage log in, because if there is an issue with the golf cart, it can be solved prior to them actually coming here. They can have what they need to do, and it's a relatively great process for overall maintenance of the facility.
It allows us to close off, instead of being cart path only on the entire course. If we want to close 3 or 4 holes down, we can do that very easily too by designating those holes as cart path only, putting in some zones that the players will drive through in the tee area that tells them the cart path only in that hole. So it gives us a lot more flexibility in when we can operate off the paths.
We used to have ropes everywhere where carts were not allowed. Now we can set up the system where when a cart goes into a restricted area, it actually stops.
But it gives you the ability to to also watch where the wear patterns are, to keep golf carts out of areas where you don't want them, and also track where the carts are. We're a very large property, and we seem to lose golf carts in the evening, where our guests think that they can take them back to their condo or so on and so forth. So at the end of the night, we can actually look on the screen from an operations standpoint and say, hey, we're missing cart 53, it's not in the cart barn, let's go out and find it. And utilizing the Visage system, utilizing the software, we're able to track down that cart, get it back in, and eliminate the loss of it.
So what we look at is a lot of time saving with labor and those kind of things, that we're not looking for gaps, we're not looking for openings that we can do work or insert golfers, but we know right where they are. And secondly is the safety feature that it adds. And thirdly, to me, is just the management ability to know where everyone is on the golf course. If they have problems, they can contact us and send a message.
We also, for the golf course superintendent, added the Visage system to all of their golf carts this year, which gives them the ability to see where everybody is and being able to focus on areas where there are no golfers, so that they're not wasting man hours to get work done. Also, with the action zone setups and with the ability to control where the carts go, the superintendent has the ability to change where carts can and can't go, as well as our pro shop. If he has an area that he wants to, in the middle of a fairway that's a wet area that he wants to keep carts out of, he has the ability to change and monitor these action zones. These action zones can be preset. You can set them up daily, weekly, hourly, however you want to do it.
We just feel very comfortable. We've been able to decrease the number of hours we have with rangers on the golf course, so we're not riding the entire golf course, just looking at spots and attacking those spots or those groups that have the pace issues or having problems with a lost club. They can identify it and let us know right away.
The Visage system has been fantastic for our staff to communicate both ways with golfers. If they have issues on the golf course, there's two-way communication. To talk to people, to let them know there's weather coming, to let them know that there's specials out there. They can bring their scorecard in, get 20% off in the pro shop. But the two-way communication has been great. There's emergencies, if you need medical attention, if you've lost a club.
I think also just as importantly is the safety features. We have somewhat of a hilly golf course going from paths to cart paths to fairways. And some of the days that we really had in the past restricted carts to the cart paths because those banks might be a little bit slick still. We've now been able to more comfortably feel we can have access to the fairways because we can give adequate warning to the golfers through the Visage system, through the signage, and as they're approaching those areas, as they're starting to leave the path, just to be cautious as they go up those hills or down those hills. So that's been a great benefit.
We have days where we've had a lot of rain and it's just too wet to go off the cart paths. We can program the system for cart paths only. When that happens, once they take it off, the cart actually shuts down. They have to put it in reverse and go back on the cart path.
We have some hilly terrain here at Grandview. If you can see the background, you see what I'm talking about. We experienced some golf cart drivers that get into some spots that give them some trouble here on our course. Last season, we had 22 different events where players got in the wrong position on our course and damaged our carts. The Visage system allows us to control where they can go and where they can get their carts to keep them out of trouble. We can also see where they are, know what they're up to, and give them warnings when they're getting out of pace or when they're somewhere where we don't think they should belong on the golf course.
In addition to our daily play, sometimes you'll have some gaps out there with tee times, and we have people we're trying to fit in. In the past, we had to send a ranger out, kind of ride around, see where a good spot is to fit. We can tell right away just by our starters looking at the cart they have here at the starters area where they can go, where they can take someone and send them out to get them onto the golf course.
Our outside service staff has a small laptop that they do utilize to be able to monitor pace of play. We've been able to actually cut out a starter, and we've been able to utilize our outside services are able to see where the players are in the first hole so that they aren't sending down the next tee time too early. they've been able to monitor where that group is and being able to take the more or less the starter's position.
Another real advantage is I was able to raise my fees $3 during the week and $5 on weekend. No one has said a word. It's kind of like people know they're getting what they pay for.
The food and beverage has been a fantastic addition. The touchscreen ordering is easy. It's error-free, having that screen, having the menu right there in front of you and saying, hey, you know what, get this up. We pop it up twice during the round. We bring it up on the 8th tee, and we also bring it up to the 8th green. It's very good for us. We can track which cart orders what food so that when we get there, the customer's taken care of, the associate's giving the right food to the right cart. So it's been great on the F&B side of things.
As far as food and beverage is concerned, Visage has been a windfall for us because we also have it set up so that they can order food on number 18, not necessarily to eat in the clubhouse, but if they're taking it home for their family. So our takeout business, which we never really had one before, has gone up exponentially.
The first thing out of people's mouth is when they come off the golf course is, boy, those carts, top notch. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that.
The tournament scoring is fantastic. We do a lot of events here that are 144 person, 72 people, 40, 20, even down to 4 people. But the ability that we have to able to have a live leaderboard and run an event where you can sell that and upsell your leaderboard to the tournament scoring to the group has been a great addition for us. It creates camaraderie amongst the groups. And as long as everybody's inputting their scores, it makes it much easier when it comes to scoring the event. So the tournament scoring software and the overall ease of using that tournament software is fantastic.
We've really been sold on this system and very happy to have it here. And I hope I never go someplace again that doesn't have a GPS system like the Visage system. Thanks a lot, and I hope you get a system and enjoy it.
The overall experience of how it looks, how it works, it's very easy. It's very user-friendly, it's very operator-friendly, and it allows us to make sure that we're servicing our guests and taking care of our guests as we would have if we had caddies.
I think it's a real advantage, and we keep finding new ways to help ourselves with the system. I'd recommend it highly. Thank you.
In summary, everybody loves the Visage system, from golfers to golf shop staff, and especially the superintendents.